This is South Florida Today on NBC6 HD.
All right, well, New Year's Eve is almost here, and that means having guests over for food and drinks and dessert. I'm here with Evan Cram from Cecily's Gourmet Italian Ice with samples from some delicious flavors. And this is quite unique. I mean, this is not like ice cream. We're talking different texture, different flavors, right?
Yeah, I do 48 flavors at a time and over 200 different flavors, half of which are fat-free and cholesterol-free as well as gluten-free, so that you know, anyone that has any of these issues can come into the store and feel that they're eating a generally healthier dessert. I don't want to say totally healthy. Okay. There is sugar in it, but you know,
come on, that's what
life
makes
is
it so
uncertain.
delicious.
Eat dessert first, absolutely.
I was a little nervous to do this segment with you. I figured maybe I'd get like a pinch or something because you came on a kind of cold day.
No,
but it's
you know,
always perfect weather here in South Florida, I think, for something like Italian ice.
Absolutely, and they don't melt as fast today. So if you eat an ice today, you can actually enjoy it longer without the ice melting
well,
all over you.
plus, didn't you tell me that you're a Philly boy?
Absolutely. Grew
Okay,
up there.
so give me the background on how you develop these flavors. How the heck did you get into this?
Well, I was 22 years old when I started the business, and I just decided that it would be great in Florida and moved down here and, you know, convinced my parents in the beginning to lend me some money to get the store opened rather than foregoing the college career. And I went and opened up an Italian ice business, and I was trained how to make about 20 different flavors. And since then, I've developed 200 different flavors and even tweaked the ones that I learned how to make a little bit to my own liking.
And you've made some crazy flavors.
Oh, habanero and spicy icy.
CJ's giggling over here. I think he told me about avocado and
balsamic vinegar. I do wine ices and sangria ices, and we've made Guinness with chocolate chips, and today we have birthday cake out and Death by Chocolate and cappuccino Heath Bar Crunch. And
hey, why don't we start scooping these as we talk?
One of my newest ones.
It might make for a nice little visual and a nice treat
Absolutely.
for me. But
what do you like?
I love chocolate.
The Death by Chocolate is amazing, and the birthday cake's really good too. Yes.
That looks good, and that looks good. Maybe a scoop of each. But,
sure.
But what goes into this? I'm sure you get some feedback from your customers.
All the time, people are asking for new flavors and requesting flavors. It's hard to keep out 200 with only 48 places to put them, but we do our best to keep flavors out for the customers.
So you take requests?
We take requests. We try to meet those requests as fast as possible. It takes me about a half hour to make some ices, and then it takes 12 hours overnight to freeze them up so that I'm able to sell them the next day. So
all of these are super fresh.
Everything's super fresh. You know, if you come in today, I could make you a flavor tonight for tomorrow.
You know, it's like nice about this. I wasn't expecting, I was wondering whether it would be more icy and less flavorful, but it's actually it's very creamy.
Very full of flavor. Well, the flavors like the birthday cake and the Death by Chocolate, and those have a little bit of dairy in them, so they do have a little bit more fat in them, still healthier than ice cream. The idea that you're having something a little healthier than ice cream, but with all of the flavor, and you still, you know, scratch that, I guess, chocolate itch or that, you know, that ice cream itch without really, you know, getting something that's too heavy or too fattening. The fruit flavors are more of what you're talking about, which are a little icier but very refreshing. They sell more in the summertime than they do in the wintertime. In the wintertime, I sell more of the birthday cakes and the Death by Chocolates. Okay,
yeah, because I grew up basically from the grocery store getting the Italian ices that were like the lemon or the cherry, I think it was. And this has a much smoother texture, I think, than that as well. Very yummy, but what kind of ingredients are you using?
We use cane sugar. I don't use any corn syrup, water, and vegetable gum stabilizers that help to keep everything together so that you're not eating something that's like in a snow cone when all the water goes to the or all the flavor goes to the bottom. This doesn't happen with the Italian ice because of those vegetable gum stabilizers that we use in order to keep the product from separating like that. And then in the birthday cake, there's actual birthday cake in there, and the Death by Chocolate, it's made with you know, a good quality cocoa, and there's chocolate cake in there, and Oreos and chocolate chips, as well as some fudge.
So what is the process like? You must have special machinery.
It's made very much like ice cream is made, just using different ingredients, and the machine works a little bit slower actually, faster, I'm sorry, than an ice cream machine does, so that it doesn't whip as much air into the product as you would get.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to lay off just for a second so we can continue talking here, but what is the most surprising flavor that you've had? Something that just sounded kind of wacky but was delicious. I know you like the balsamic.
Well, I think the s'mores has been one of my most successful recent flavors. It's an actual toasted marshmallow ice with chocolate chips and a graham cracker crust. And my #1 seller is cotton candy, which tastes exactly like cotton candy. Can I have a spoon, CJ?
For the kids or the adults as well?
It really sells to both. It is exactly cotton candy, and it melts in your mouth exactly like cotton candy does, and tastes exactly like cotton candy, but it's cold and refreshing.
Oh my gosh, my girls would go bonkers.
Isn't that wild?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is good. That's very good. What? Just tell me about one flavor that you tried out that didn't work.
Oh, well,
Something weird.
I made a chili lime. I tried to make a chili lime once, and what I did was I used chipotle peppers in adobo sauce, so they kind of were a little gross with some tomatoey, garlicky, oniony, limey ice. That was just not exactly too successful.
But at all times you said like 40-ish flavors?
48 or so at a time,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, and they are delicious, folks. If you want more information on Cecily's Gourmet Italian Ice, you can visit their website at www.frozendessertfactory. Is that the address, or do you have a Facebook account?
There is a page on Facebook for Cecily's Italian Ices.
Okay.
I think you could read it on the front sign there, and then you can fan me on Facebook, and I mention new flavors that we brought out, or I'll throw a promotion on Facebook. And
nice. All right, and if you want to visit them, the address is 10726